Hello and welcome to Football Toast. We are back with another episode of Football Retrospect. No matter how much individual talent a player has, and no matter what skills he possesses, football still remains a team game. Sometimes the quality of a certain player is too hard to overlook, and sometimes a player's lack of ability is too prominent on the football pitch. On the same note, today we are going to look at 5 of the most overrated players that have played for Manchester United this past decade. So without further ado, let's begin. Tom Cleverley, England's new hope, David Beckham's successor. Cleverley was called everything and everything when he burst onto the scene in English football. When it comes to a trophy cabinet, Tom Cleverley certainly has a lot to show for. He won the Premier League medal in 2012 under Sir Alex Ferguson in the Scottish manager's last ever campaign for Manchester United. Ferguson's ability to work with any given squad was astonishing and praiseworthy, but Cleverley's lack of talent could not be overlooked. With the midfielder's game mostly reliant on sideways passing and a slight ability for long-range shooting, Tom Cleverley, like so many other English midfielders, was overpraised and overrated from a very young age. His inability to control the tempo of the game in the middle of the park cost Manchester United on a number of occasions. Ever since leaving the red half of Manchester, Cleverley has failed to make an impact in the Premiership with failed stints with the likes of Everton and Watford. It's not difficult to accept that Cleverley was never a Manchester United level player by any stretch of the imagination, and his comparisons with the likes of Paul Scholes and David Beckham came tumbling down like a deck of cards. Number 4. Morgan Schneiderlin. If we can choose one word to describe the abilities of Morgan Schneiderlin in a Manchester United shirt, it would be mediocre. Boring sideways passing, non-effective ball distribution, and insufficient ball retention are all the talking points of Schneiderlin's Old Trafford career. With the average preseason with Manchester United in 2015, Schneiderlin showed early signs that he will not be the successor of Michael Carrick that everyone thought. Goal against Everton and a decent debut against Tottenham on the opening day of the 2015 season are the only highlights for the midfielder in a United shirt. The Frenchman never felt at ease with the big money move, and his narrow set of abilities got the better of him. Under Louis van Gaal, Schneiderlin was deployed in a number of roles in the middle of the park, but never grabbed the opportunity and remained constantly impactless on the pitch. Something is clearly wrong when Marouane Fellaini gets a place on the pitch as a Manchester United midfielder ahead of a French midfielder. His career with Everton has been more or less the same. Manchester United board should have thought better before splashing out £35 million on the Southampton midfielder. Number 3. Luke Shaw. Shaw signed for Manchester United from Southampton in 2014 for a British transfer record fee of £30 million. From the get-go, Shaw was compared with the likes of Ashley Coles and Patrice Evra, but due to his shortcomings as a footballer, the career of Luke Shaw has followed a very different trajectory. Poor decision-making, along with the inability to track back against the weakest of oppositions, Shaw is an inconsistent calamity in the Old Trafford defensive backline. Injuries and fitness issues have kept him on the sidelines for months on end, but that doesn't take away from the fact that Luke Shaw is not a top 4 quality left back. Poor exhibitions with the national team and lackluster displays are solid reasons for why Shaw is benched by an academy graduate, Brendan Williams, at Manchester United this season. If the sleeping giants want their throne back in the Premier League, then it's better to let Luke Shaw go to a place where he can restore some dignity to his career. Number 2. Henrik Mkhitaryan. The Armenian playmaker arrived at the red half of Manchester with a big reputation. The 35 million switch from Borussia Dortmund to England turned out to be a flop ultimately. Apart from flashes of brilliance on a couple of occasions, Mkhitaryan failed to maintain his standards as a great playmaker from his Dortmund days. Manchester United are lacking a proper right winger in the squad to this day, but the Armenian was certainly not the answer. Mkhitaryan failed to keep the right flank busy for Manchester United in most appearances he made for the club, losing the ball frequently and below average end product in the final third, exposed to the footballing world the limitations of Mkhitaryan as a professional footballer. The Armenian midfielder is now stuck at AS Roma and has failed to repeat his Dortmund form with 3 different clubs, namely Manchester United, Arsenal and AS Roma. Number 1. Matteo Darmian. Before signing Aaron Wan-Bissaka from Crystal Palace in 2019, the Red Devils have had their fair share of average right backs, with the likes of Rafael da Silva, Antonio Valencia and Ashley Young all making the list. The signing of Matteo Darmian from Torino in Italy made perfect sense in that time. The Italian even made an instant impact at Old Trafford with a decent defensive display against Stoke City in a 2-all draw. Apart from the first couple of outings, Darmian's stay with the Manchester Giants was a painful one to say the least. The Reds never stopped conceding from the right-hand side, with Darmian being the main culprit on a number of occasions. Jose Mourinho opted for Antonio Valencia mid-season, and that basically turned out to be the end for Darmian's first choice career at Old Trafford. Darmian made a total of 92 appearances for Manchester United across the span of 4 years, but never failed to disappoint, and finally left for Parma last season, with the club taking a loss of £9.1 million in the transfer ordeal. Regardless of their current form, Manchester United is one of the most followed and loved clubs in world football, and being one of the players at the club requires a certain level of ability and responsibility both on and off the pitch. United's failure to win a league title for the last 7 years can be directly related to the absence of certain caliber of players at the club. Anyways, that's the end of our list. For more football related content, subscribe to Football Dose and turn the bell notification on. That's all for today's episode of Football Retrospect, and as always, we'll see you in a while.